Being alone sometimes feels like the deepest end anyone can get into. But what most of us don't know, that sometimes where you feel and when you feel you are alone, that's where the changes happen. Welcome and welcome back to this amazing channel. How are you? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you'll be watching this from. My good name is Kate Mutia and welcome to this channel. Let's heal together, learn and relearn in the process. You know, when it comes to isolation, sometimes people, we as human beings, think that, isolation is the most cruel thing of all times. But you know what, darlings? Sometimes isolation happens so that you can realize who you are truly, so that you can sit down and hear you clearly. I don't know if you're getting me. Sometimes you just have to listen to you. The noise out there has to be cancelled so that you can listen to what the inner you says. What's your purpose? You're isolated so that you can know what's your purpose in this life, what you want to become, what is your dream, where you want to be, how you want things to move, what you want to keep and what you want to let go. So being lonely sometimes does not mean that you are wrong. You're not wrong at all. It might end up actually meaning that you are finding yourself. You are finding and searching your soul. You are finding your purpose. You are finding what you are meant to be. You are actually finding why, the reason as to why you've been asking, why do you exist in the first place? What's your purpose? Where are we going to? What's your next move? And that's why sometimes isolation has to happen. It can happen purposefully. You can do it yourself. You can wake up one day and decide, you know what, I just want to be alone. I just want to be on my own. I want to isolate myself from the world. I don't want to hear the noises. I don't want to hear other voices. I want to listen to me and hear me clearly. And you go into isolation. People may not understand at that moment. People may not get it why you've decided to isolate yourself. But if you're a purpose-driven person, then you won't have to sit down and explain to them why you had to isolate yourself. And if they are in your life with good intention, then at some point they will understand. Sometimes we all need that moment. We all need to isolate ourselves so that we can hear clearly what we want. We can hear ourselves. And those that are spiritual, you can hear God's voice clearly. When you cancel all the other noise says coming from outside, what your family has to say, what your friends has to say, what your workmates have to comment about, what your neighbors have to say about your life, what your spouse has to say, what your kids, what your siblings, they have to say. When you cancel all that and you isolate yourself for a moment, then you will realize what you actually want. You as a person, what do you want? You as you, what do you want? Where do you want to go from here? What's your dream? What do you want to achieve in the next few years, months, or days? Where do you want to grow? What's your purpose? Which area do you want to grow? What do you want to change about whatever has been happening in your life? Sometimes as isolation is good and it is powerful. It is the most powerful thing that can ever happen to any human being. Whether you did it purposefully or it happened, whether life threw it at you, catch it and learn from that moment. You see that moment that, everybody probably has betrayed you and they have left, and you feel so lonely, you're all alone, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know who to trust anymore, you don't know what to say, you don't know if you're going forward or backwards. That's the moment. Just sit all up alone. Think about it. Think about your future, and you will realize at that moment is when the changes became, is when the changes happen. How you think, how you relate with people, how you talk to people, how you accommodate people, what to say and not what to say, how you sieve your words, how you sieve, your appearance. Because they almost say it, and people say it. Sometimes, too much availability makes you not be seen, makes you not important anymore. So at that moment, when you're all alone, when everything does not make sense, when everything crumbles down in front of you, in front of your eyes, when the world shatters, when it gets dark, when you are in the deep end and you can't breathe anymore, that's the moment. Think to yourself, listen to your inner voice, listen to what it has to say to you. And if you are spiritual, that is the moment. Get closer to your creator, read that Bible or Quran, read it to the maximum. Get to know your creator, get to know who created you, get to know what he says about life, get to know what he says about your future. Talk to him and listen to his voice as he speaks back to you. That is not the moment to hate yourself. No. And if you're doing it purposefully, if you're doing it on your own, you decided, you know what? I just woke up and I feel like I want to isolate myself for some time. I want to go offline for some time. I don't want to associate with anybody for like 2 months. I want to go in search of me. Then, darling, you're right. And that's okay. Let nobody stop you. Let nobody tell you that, you know what, that is living a boring life. No. You're becoming you. You're searching you. You're looking for you. Because when everybody leaves, you remain with you. When all the noises are gone, you remain with you. And that's why you have to come first before anyone else, before anything else. You have to listen to you first before you listen to other people, what they have to say, what they have to suggest. So if you've ever gone into isolation because life threw you those moments, or you have decided, you know what, I want to isolate myself for a few days, a few months, you are allowed, darling, and don't feel sorry about it, and don't sit down and explain to people why it is happening or what it is happening. That is the moment you have to realize who you are, what you want. And you know what, those people that will keep contact with you in those moments that you are isolated, in those moments that you are alone, in those moments that everything has crumbled down, in those moments that everything looks like it doesn't make sense, in those moments, those are the people that you should keep forever, because they understood you even when you were silent, when you couldn't speak, when you couldn't express whatever you were feeling. They understood you and they kept there. They didn't move. They didn't judge you. They were waiting for you to realize who you are, come back to your senses, and then life moves on. So if you're in that moment, darling, don't feel sorry. It is a moment you're supposed to be there. That is your cup to take. That is your tea to take. Who else is going to take that cup for you? It's not for you. That cup is yours. It was meant for you, and you are going to take it. And you have to take it, even if it feels so bitter to swallow. Just swallow. It's gonna be all right. We are here to learn and learn, relearn, and heal together. Until next time, bye guys. My good name is Kate Matia. Keep it locked here. Bye.